It's funny. You remind me a lot of my business partner, Nicole, because I'll bring something up and sometimes I'll bring it up just in passing and she'll
Mm.
do what you, okay, well, let's make an appointment. Let's call this person. Let's get, and I'm like, oh, but like, that's why that's the
Yeah.
difference is I feel like you're not somebody who wants to talk about stuff. You just want to get it done. Like if this is what
Yeah.
we're doing it. And if not, let's go do something else. But I also see like that type of personality sometimes, like we were literally talking about before we started recording, you were like, I kind of go big or I go home. So I feel like this is another huge thing is just, you mentioned discipline, you mentioned showing up every day. And that's really what this comes down to is even when you don't feel like it, you have the discipline to show up. But I think people look at you and they go, man, she's so successful in all these different things. Everything she does must be perfect. She must never fall off. And I say this in the most respectful way, but you're a fellow fatty. You love food like me.
Love,
So
love food.
with that discipline now, so I think like, what do you do when you do want to have those cheat days or you do want to feel like a person or you get off track and sometimes you do sleep in or sometimes you do get off your diet? What do you do to keep yourself from like going totally off the rails and getting yourself back on track? So it's never because I see like the one of the biggest differences between truly successful people is it's not that they have ups and downs, but they don't bottom out and then just get back to where they started and then bottom out. It's almost like the long stock chart. You know what I mean? Over time, you're
Yeah.
failing your way to success.
You hit the nail on the head. Nothing about entrepreneurship or running a business or, being an independent contractor is pretty. None of it feels perfect. It actually always almost feels like failing on the daily basis, and I'm just like the rest of us. I complain, I get deterred, I have doubts, I get overly overwhelmed, I get anxious. Like I have those moments throughout all of this. And what I've learned from a lot of entrepreneurs that are much more successful than I am is that like it's supposed to feel hard. But the difference is that I love every single second of it.
Mhm.
And I don't know that that's a learned behavior. I think it's just kind of like a personality trait, but like or also finding your path, right? Like I love working. My wife will tell you I drive her nuts. We're at the dinner table and it's supposed to be like family time and I'm talking about the next building we could buy or something, related to our podcast or whatever. And it can be annoying. And I think, I once heard someone talk about balance and success, and it was like, there is no balance in success. Listen, I think you can have it all. I do. I think you can have a beautiful family and tend to them and be present, and be super successful, but it doesn't always look like 50-50, in my understanding of it. Like there's nights where I'll go to bed with my wife around 9:30. The kids will go to bed. And then when my wife falls asleep at 10 o'clock, I go downstairs on my laptop and I'm up till 2 a.m. It's like very often because I'm excited about what I'm doing. And it's not a negative, it's not in a negative way. It's like an obsession. And I think to be super successful at something, I think you need to be a little obsessed. So I like to feed that. I don't like to kind of hinder those spirits. Just find a way that it works in your life, right? And in your schedule.